মায়া গো দিয়া চুল বিছায়েছ পথে তুলে নদীর তুলে তুলে মা তোর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো মরি হায় হায় রে মা তোর মুখে বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো মা তোর বাদন খানি মলিন হলে আমি নয়ন ও মায় আমি নয়ন জলে ভাসি সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি।
Dear students of class 6, welcome to today's program, Amar Ghora Amar School. Today, I am with you. I am Soed Firoz Alam. Dear students, how are you? I hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Today, I am going to take a class from English for Today book. It is lesson 17. So, please take out your book and I hope you will do the class with full attention. Here, you can see the title of this lesson, Boats Sail on the Rivers. Can you guess the title? Is it a passage or is it a poem or something else? Yes, dear learners, today we will read about a poem. But before that, let us do some other things. Let's see the learning outcomes of today's lesson. Here you can see the learning outcomes of today's lesson. After we have studied this lesson, we will be able to recognize English sounds, recognize intonations in sentences, understand and enjoy stories and poems. So, you can see the learning outcomes of today's class here. Let's move on to the next slide. Guess the picture. In the screen, you can see a picture. Can you guess the picture? Okay. It is a boat sailing on the river. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, it is beautiful. In the next picture, what can you see? You can see also boats sailing on the river. So, you know that our today's lesson is boats sail on the rivers. Here you can see our today's lesson, Boats Sail on the Rivers, and it is written by Christina Georgina Rossetti. Let us learn some words from this lesson. First, here you can see sail. The meaning is the sport or activity of traveling in a boat with sails. Then you can see across. Across means from one side of something to the other. That is a place, area, etc. Breeze. Breeze means to make the gap between things smaller. Bow. Bow means mixture of 7 colors that can be seen after the rain across the sky. Heaven. Heaven means a place regarded in various religions as the abode of God and the angels, and of the good after death, often traditionally depicted as being above the sky. And at last you can see overtop. It means exceed in height. So dear learners, I hope you have learned some words from this lesson. Okay, let us learn something about our poetess today. Here, what can you see in the picture? You can see the poetess. Her name is Christina Georgina Rossetti. Christina Rossetti was an English poet who wrote a variety of romantic, devotional, and children's poems. She is best known for her long poem, Goblin Market, her love poem, Remember, and for the words of the Christmas carol, In the Bleak Midwinter. So, here you have learned something about our today's poetess. Let's see a video.
On the Rivers by Christina Rossetti. Boats sail on the rivers, and ships sail on the seas, but clouds that sail across the sky are prettier far than these. There are bridges on the rivers, as pretty as you please, but the bow that bridges heaven and overtops the trees, and builds a road from earth to sky, is prettier far than these.
Okay, dear learners, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Yes, now let's recite our today's lesson. It is a poem. The title is Boats Sail on the Rivers. You can see a picture here also. Now, let us recite the poem. Boats sail on the rivers, and ships sail on the seas, but clouds that sail across the sky are prettier far than these. There are bridges on the rivers, as pretty as you please, but the bow that bridges heaven and overtops the trees, and builds a road from the earth to sky, is prettier far than this. Dear learners, let's recite the poem once again. Boats sail on the rivers, and ships sail on the seas, but clouds that sail across the sky are prettier far than these. There are bridges on the rivers, as pretty as you please, but the bow that bridges heaven and overtops the trees, and builds a road from earth to sky, is prettier far than these. Isn't it a nice poem? Yes, dear learners, it is a nice poem. So, what have you understood after reading this poem? Can you say? Okay, let's see a summary. In this poem, the poetess Christina Rossetti admires the natural beauty of flying clouds which look better than moving ships and seas. Dear learners, in this poem we can say that the poetess admires the natural beauty of flying clouds which look better than moving ships and seas. To her, the flying clouds are more beautiful than moving ships and seas. The poetess says that the rainbow which connects heaven and earth is more gorgeous than bridges made upon the rivers. Dear learners, you have often seen bridges on the rivers. But here, the poetess thinks that the rainbow that we can see in the sky after raining, she thinks the rainbow connects the heaven with the earth, and it is more gorgeous than the bridges that made upon the rivers. The poetess compares rainbow with a bridge built on the river, on the treetop which links earth and sky. The poetess compares rainbow with the bridge that is built on treetop which links earth and sky. To her, the rainbow is more beautiful than the bridge. So, from this poem, it is clear to us that the poetess admires the nature. The poetess loves the nature. She admires the natural beauty. She admires the flying clouds. And it is more beautiful to her than moving ships and seas. And the poetess thinks that the rainbow connects the earth with the sky, and it is more gorgeous than bridges made upon the rivers. And the poetess compares rainbow with the bridge built on treetop which links earth and sky. So, let's do some exercise from this lesson. Dear learners, you can see a question here. What bow is the poet talking about when she says, "But the bow that bridges heaven"? What bow is the poet talking about when she says, "But the bow that bridges heaven"? Dear learners, can you guess the answer? For this, you have to read the poem again. Okay, do you want to see the answer? Let's see the answer. Here you can see the answer. When the poet says, "But the bow that bridges heaven," she refers to the rainbow when it appears in the clean sky after the rain. Here the poetess means the rainbow as bow, which we can see in the clean sky after the rain.